We have Guerlain Spring today. I have the new eye quad, I have the lip oil, and most importantly, I have the new reformulated and the new shade of the Meteorites. Hey everybody, so today we are trying out, like I said, Spring Guerlain. Now, there's a bunch of things to this collection. I have lots of details to share, but overall, we have the eyeshadow quad or Aura Glow. I think it's Aura Glow. Let me make sure I have the right name. Aura Glow. We have the Meteorites that are in 4 shades. Not all the shades are new. I'll explain in a second. We have Meteorites. We have lip oil. I do have on the terracotta foundation. I also have on the 24K gold primer because I have a sample of that. I also have 3 shades of the new blushes, the 3 lightest shades. I don't have any of them on my face just yet because we're going to go deep into the blushes and the Meteorites. So let's first talk about the eyeshadow. So this is called Aura Glow. This is the color story. I will have the swatches go up. Now, here's the interesting thing about the quad. If there's anything interesting to say about the quad, this would be what I would say is interesting about it. It's inspired by the collections of light diffraction. Violet, who is the creative director of makeup, says for Guerlain, she says that she's created a palette infused with pearlizers with multiple reflections, 4 luminous and metallic shades for radiant eyes. So when I look at these shades, I don't get metallic. I get luminous, but I don't get metallic. So I'm not sure what she means. 4 luminous and metallic shades leads me to believe that they're all luminous and metallic. Here's the finished look, and we'll run through it quickly. You can see the application of it. I started with actually the deepest shade. And the deepest shade in here is this purpley, it's definitely purple. I get purple from it. And I used that all over, and I used it to deepen the crease, but if you see, I also blew it out so that it is all over the eye. So it's up into the brow, it's on the lid, but it's done in a way that's like a softer look. But that shade is the deepest shade in here. It's a very pretty color. I'd say it's almost like an eggplant. It's really nice, but it's described as an intense metallic plum. I don't get that from it, but I guess there's a little bit of metallic. I just don't really get a metallic take on that. Then there is the shade that is described as a metallic copper orange with rosy reflections. That shade I put on the outer corner, put it into the crease. I do like that shade. That's my favorite shade in here. I think that one is really interesting, and it does have this coppery orange shade, which is very pretty. I do think there's a little bit of metallic in that one, and that one, I do like that. I think that's really nice. Then the pinkish shade is described as a fresh and metallic pink. And again, I don't get that. I don't get that from this particular quad, but maybe I'm missing something. It's entirely possible. And then a holographic white with bluish reflections. That definitely is true. I put it in my, outlined my underbrow with it, and then put it all over the eye and in the inner corner. And absolutely, this does have a holographic bluish undertone, very similar to the Chanel highlighter. And in fact, at some point, when I have a moment to breathe, I will have a comparison of this white shade and the Chanel, because I do think there's quite a bit of similarities there. But like I said, I really just don't get metallic in all of these. The holographic white is not described as metallic, but all the rest of them are described as metallic. And I don't see metallic. Now, again, I guess that's up to interpretation of what you think of as metallic. But for me, this quad is pretty, and I think spring-like, and if these are your colors, then absolutely. But for me, this, first of all, it was never to me, it was never the highlight of the collection anyway. One, because it doesn't have a cover. Now, you're gonna be like, it has a cover, it's gold, which I've already managed to get dirty. But what I mean by a cover is they've done, as you've seen on my channel, I've talked about the other covers that they've done that match like the lipsticks, the Rouge G's or something. There's no cover on this. This is just the gold. And to be very honest, at this point, that is a letdown because now I've become accustomed to having the covers be limited edition, some kind of cool thing, and these aren't. This is not one of my favorites. The formula is good. The formula from Guerlain is always good. And like I said, it is a pinky, rosy, springy quad. It's nice. I think it's really nice, but those aren't really my shades anyway, so there's no special cover, which kind of annoys me. So it's $85. That's the problem with giving people like extra and then not having it. You start to get an expectation that's what you're gonna get, and it's not what we got. So just putting that out there. I do want to mention, and I did record it, me putting on this primer. I've seen this for a while. This is not brand new. This is not part of the new collection. This is not part of the spring collection, but it's the Radiance Boosting Perfection Primer. And it says it's 24 hours. It's 24 gold, so it's 24K. And it says it's 24 hours of hydration, 99% rejuvenating effect skincare, formulated with 98% naturally derived ingredients. Perfecting Primer boasts an iconic sensory gel texture and guarantees instantly unified skin. Infused with a hint of 24 karat gold, 24-hour absolute radiance, 24-hour hydration. Foundation is easier to apply and its wear is optimized. I have not tried this before. It does feel actually very nice. I have used the watery oil from Guerlain for years as a regular primer, which I love. And so I think this is a very similar type of product. It looks very similar to me. It felt really nice when I put it on. You could see when I put it on, my skin gets a little red and then it looks nice. It does seem to even everything out, makes everything look like a little plumper, and I like it. But I have to try. That's one of those things you have to just keep trying before you really know. I did also use the Terracotta foundation today. I have this in 0C. I think it looks nice. I like the Terracotta primer. The Terracotta foundation, I don't talk about it very often. I have so many foundations. It's not my favorite foundation, but I think it's nice. It's a healthy glow foundation, 24-hour wear. I think it's a good foundation. Okay, so let's get into, oh, I should mention, on my lips. So I did pick up one of the Kiss Bee Glow Oils, and I never picked them up when they launched, which was like a month ago or a little longer ago. The shade I picked up is 309 Honey Glow, which is described as a natural beige. This is not the new one. The new one is 258 Rose Glow. So if you look at it when I was putting it on my lips versus, I swatched it here for you, it's described, the Honey Glow is described as a natural beige, and the new one's described as a delicate pink, which is why I didn't get it, because pink is not my favorite. This does not look like a natural beige on me. On me, this goes pink. Pink, pink, pink. Colors do go very pink on me. I think that's really interesting. That is the most neutral shade they have for the most part. The shades that they have are like, yeah, they're pink, which is not bad. But they're like pink. Yeah, 309, the one I got, is supposed to be the most neutral beige. So maybe I would try 319, which looks more like a coral. Or maybe I will try 258, the new one, and maybe it's actually a different type of pink on me that I'll like more. Because this one I like, the feel of it is phenomenal. The color is not my favorite. But again, it's a lip oil, so it's not like it's that strong. It's just a light lip oil. But I will say to you that it does feel like there's honey in here, which is interesting. It's a honey-infused tinted lip oil formulated with 92% natural origin ingredients. Nourishing, plumping texture, 24 hours of care, instant volume effect, completely addictive glassy shine, no stickiness. That is true. Six ultra luscious shades. Yeah, I think that's true. It feels really good on the lips. I loved putting it on. I really like the doe foot. It's freaking huge, which I actually love. Yeah, it feels great when you put it on. It smells nice. It's not strong, it's just a very light scent, but it smells nice. There's a little tingling, but very little. Nothing, like really, practically nothing. It looks really good. Love it. This shade, Honey Glow, I was just expecting more beige, and it's more pink. All right, let's get into the blushes and then we'll get to the Meteorites, which I think is the queen of this. And if you want to skip right to the Meteorites, go. So there are 6 blush shades. I did do a video with these blushes before, but I didn't have the coral. I have the coral now. And I wanted to do a deep dive when I had all the shades that I was gonna pick up. The way that it's described is that there are 6 shades that can be worn to match your complexion and your personal preferences. 3 tones, nude, pink, and coral, each available in 2 intensities, light and dark. Light nude is a fresh and delicate beige pink. I would say more pink, but light pink is a soft and elegant bluish pink, which is very true. Light coral is a velvety apricot set off with a subtle hint of pink. Deep nude, a deep rosy brown. Deep pink, a mysterious plum pink. Deep coral, a vibrant and warm coral. So, I did a video where I showed you what the nude and the pink looked like on my face. So today I'm just going to use the coral, but I would like to say this is nude. It's described as a delicate beige pink. I really think this is just more pink. I don't get beige from this. So a deep nude, which is a deep rosy brown, I might pick up because it'll be interesting for me to see if that undertone is actually what I like more. The pink, the light pink, is described as a soft and elegant bluish pink, and I think that's true. I think absolutely there's like a almost like bluish, cool toned pink undertone for that. I think it looks really nice on. It's very pretty. Anybody who has cool toned skin who likes that bluish coolness in a lipstick or a blush is gonna love it. The coral is a velvety apricot set off with a subtle hint of pink. So I'm gonna try that right now. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the details of the blushes. So they have, I would say, a satiny finish, but velvety is not a bad description either. And what I mean by that is that, yes, there's some luminosity to these, but it's muted. So a velvet might be a good way of describing it, but it's not as matte as a velvet can be. So it's got some luminosity to it, but not like you would think of when you'd think of a really soft satin. It's more of this like subtle, very subtle satin. And I really think these are a beautiful formula. They are buildable. Again, this is the light coral. And I think personally that Guerlain did a fantastic job with these. I was a little worried, but I think that they did a really great job with these blushes. I think they are perfect for what they're supposed to be. A healthy glow, that's actually their name, a healthy glow to your skin. And they are buildable in a way that will work for pretty much anyone. So whether you're pale to deeper skin tone, you can take it, put it on, get the shade that you want, but then build into something much deeper if you want to. I really like these. They do have a scent. I've mentioned that before. And I don't really know what that is. It doesn't say. I've just looked to see if there's anything that says like specifically. It doesn't say. Terracotta pigment softens vibrant shades to harmonize flawlessly. Yeah, this is all true. But there is argan oil in here. It's one of the reasons they feel so silky. Maybe that's it. I really don't know. But there's something that has a light, really pretty scent to it that I really do. But can you see there's a little bit of luminosity here? I don't have anything else on my face. I don't have a highlighter on. I didn't do anything else. It's just, the blushes are $55. They're 0.17 ounces. Where's the little trying to find how long you can keep them. 12 months. I don't have anything else. They are clearly focusing on the natural ingredient element to all of their products, because they call that out even on the packaging. So if you're somebody who that's extremely important to, that's there. If it's not as important to you, but you don't, have a problem either way, again, these are great blushes. I think they're really nice. I think they're very beautiful. The smell, the scent, I actually like. But again, if you're somebody who doesn't want, a scent, you're gonna get into that. To the meteorites. So, meteorites were developed in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. And I have bought several meteorites over the years. At the moment, I have 7 of them. I feel like I had more. I've moved a couple of times. I don't know if I lost them. I don't know if, who the heck knows. But at the moment, I have 7. And the thing about the meteorites is there's 2 things about the meteorites that are just iconic. One, they're little balls of powder in a tin. And 2, they have a particular scent. It is the meteorite scent. There's also a perfume that was meteorites that had the scent. They have changed the scent. I haven't smelled it yet. They have changed the scent, and supposedly they changed the formula. So it says, enhancing the meteorite's performance, this formula sets and beautifully enhances makeup, corrects the complexion, mattifies for 8 hours, and smooths skin texture. This leaves the complexion radiant for up to 12 hours. Shades. 4 harmonies have been created by Violet, offering a made-to-measure glow. 3 harmonies are respectively dedicated to cool, warm, and amber. A 4th harmony, 01, which is what I bought, is the pearly white, and it has been developed around white color to give a pure glow with a vibrant luminosity. Pearly white, that's mine, has white, rosy, and beige. Cool has a harmony of pastel shades to even out fair skin tones. Warm has a harmony of warm shades dedicated to medium complexions, and amber, a harmony of intense shades for dark skin tones. So the thing is, now again, this is technically a new product, right? Because it's been reformulated. So it has a new scent. It has a supposedly updated tin, although the tin looks the same to me, but whatever. Sure. Sorry. It has an updated formula, like the formula of the setting powder. 1987, it was introduced. I was right. Now, again, they call out 95% naturally derived ingredients. So they call that out in all of their products, which I think is really interesting. When I do my Tom Ford video, and it is coming up, guys, it's just there's more planning around it, I'll talk about that and the influence that the clean beauty has had on the beauty industry in general. But Delphine Jelk, who is the one of the Guerlain perfumers and the makeup director of Violet, came together to revisit the Meteorites' iconic scent. The violet floral heart has been preserved. So to bring a sense of sensuality and modernity, a woodier facet with a sandalwood, musk, and vanilla note was added. So here we go. This is the tin. This is the tin. My understanding is this is the tin for all of them. This is for 0, this is 01 all the way through 04. To give you an idea, this is like an older tin. So the tin looks the same to me, but I guess the tin looks the same to me, but maybe it's updated in some way. We'll take a look at that in a second. But now I'm going to open it. We're going to see if I really am disappointed or not. Now let's see if I can get it open. Yeah, they've improved the tin. You can't get it out. I'm just kidding. All right. Comes off. Powder puff. Huh. Okay, I don't really get a strong difference here. I'm gonna go, this is the most recent one from the holidays. So two things I can tell you right now. The puff that was on the old ones was just foam one side or the other. The new one has a different design. The new one has the little Guerlain holder, and it's more of an actual puff. There is a difference in scent here. Interesting. I'm gonna have to spend more time, but there is a difference. You can smell it. The violet, as they said, the heart of it, the violet, that's still there. That's the same. But there is a difference. Interesting. Okay, other things. The tin has a little bee on the inside. The older one does not. I don't know if they all don't. I'll have to get into that in a minute. Okay, so the one I bought last year, this is the holiday one, was the 02. The 02 was also considered the light. The way that they're calling it now, they're calling it cool. 02 cool. So it does seem to be different. I don't know. I will probably buy it. That's what it looks like, 02. Here's what the 01 now looks like. This is the white one. This one is brand new. There is no comparison for that one because that's a new formula shade. But again, they're all new because these are all new formula and new scent. Golden Bee, this was, I don't have a number on this one. These are special editions. They're limited edition. This one has a bluish. That's the thing. They're all a little different. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had them. There's Electric Pearl. Let's see. Electric Pearl. Yeah, that's more almost whitish bronze. That one's a nice one. Have I kept these all past 12 months? Yes, I have. This is Pearl Glow. Pearl Glow is more of that pinky. I'm just trying to see if I can figure out the scent difference. There is a difference. There's a difference in the scent. But I have to tell you, I kind of like it more. I'm trying to figure that out. There's the gold pearls, which are more golden leading. I have two Claire Light. This is another light in the just regular, in the regular pan. So let's look at it. They look a little different. The one from last year versus the one from years ago. They're both number 2s light, supposedly. But this one from I don't know when has more of a bluish and more white. And this one has more like yellow. You can see it. I think it's warmer, which is interesting because they're the same, technically. They're the same shade name. So that's what I mean when I say that this new one is number 2, so it should be the same, but I bet you it's not. I bet you it's a little different. And then this one is very different. This is the Pink Pearl. So the reason I only bought one is because if I really hated the scent or I really was disappointed in the formula, I'd be like, I'm not gonna buy 2 of them. And the 01 is completely new. Like there's nothing, it's not similar. So now that I know I don't hate the scent and I'm not offended by it, I will pick up the 02 Cool, and I will also pick up another lip oil. I love the lip oil. I think it feels phenomenally good. This shade is just, it's almost like a bright pink, which again, it's just not my thing. Now, they did provide a brush. They did provide a Meteorite, they didn't provide it. They did release a Meteorites brush, and it's like just for the meteorites, not a blush brush, just a brush for the meteorites. It's like a little brush, and I'll put up a picture. It's a really cool looking brush. When I went on site, I didn't see it yet, so I don't think it's been released yet, but maybe it has and I just missed it. But I do have a Guerlain Meteorites brush somewhere, so one sec. Okay, because I'm looking for it, I can't find it. I have all my short little special brushes in a different place. I don't know where I put it. But anyway, I do have, this is a Chanel brush that has a similar feel to it than the Meteorites brush. So the idea is that you swirl it like this, and then you have the powder. I would swatch it for you, but I don't think you're going to see anything by swatching it. So what I'm going to do is just put it on one side of the face so we can see what we think. It does brighten. Okay. And what's interesting, when I sit back now, I can smell a little bit of the sandalwood and the vanilla. Like you can, it's nice actually. All right, let's do the other side. Oh, that's very pretty actually. Now I'm going to take a dense brush and see if you can get like a highlighting from this, or is it just powdery? It's not a super dense brush. I'm just looking for something a little more. Oh yeah, you can. I would also say there seems to be less pearls in here than before. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's possible. Yeah, you can get, yeah. Ooh, I really like this. The smell is, it is a little different, but I like it. Yeah, it's a beautiful setting powder. It always has been. It's the reason I picked it up in the first place and became such a fan. Not only was the smell just amazing, and I like the idea of, I like the sound. I know it's silly, but the sound is great. I like the little balls and things. It's just different, it's cool. But I will say, the reason that it's hung around and the reason it's become iconic isn't just because it's pretty and because it smells nice. It really does work. The setting power of the powder is really good. It does set your face in a beautiful glow depending on what you're using, whether it's the whiter one or the bronzer one or the gold one or the pink one. The powder is beautiful. And I think you get a little bit of that because of the way that the powder is transferring, because it's in these little balls and then it rubs off onto the brush. It's very light, very finely milled. Yeah, it does look great. It does give a brightness to the skin. Yeah, I really like this one. So I am going to pick up the 02 because it is the new formula and it is a new scent. It will be the same tint, just so you guys are aware. At least that's my understanding. Because I really do want to see, with the other two twos that I have, how different it is. The 3 and 4 don't really seem to make sense to me, because the only reason I would pick up maybe the 4 is like almost as a bronzer powder, and that's just not, you know, if I'm going to get a bronzer, then I will just get a bronzer. This is a setting, for me, this is a setting powder. It's meant to keep my face look perfected, is the best way I would describe it. And it does give a beautiful luminosity to the skin without making you look cakey or settling into lines or any of that. So it absolutely accomplishes what it sets out to do. As I said, I do not have as I showed you, I do not have a bronzer or a highlighter on today because, again, I did not want to take away from the blushes or the Meteorites. So I know I look pale, but I am pale. So that's why I look that way. It is $72 for the Meteorites, by the way. And yeah, I don't have anything bad to say at the moment. It's 0.7 ounces, 20 grams in here. And it says set, correct, mattify, and illuminate. Which mattify and illuminate, yeah, okay. But, oh, this is why. Okay. So if I look at the old Meteorites, they're 0.8 ounce. That's what it is. The older ones are 0.8, but last year's one with the green, this was 0.7. So they switched it last year. Okay. Because I was like, it seems like there's less in here, and so that's what it is. It's 0.1 less, but it's still less. Yeah, it's still less. I think it's, again, I'm not upset about the switch in the scent because the scent, at least to me, the scent is basically the same. It is a little different, but the violet, as Guerlain themselves said, the violet heart is still there. Yeah, it's violet. I really like this white. I think it is brightening. I really like it. I think this is definitely for lighter skin tones because it does have a pearlescent cast to it, but I like it. I think it looks really good. I think it perfected the skin extremely well. I'm impressed. I think that looks really nice. The lip oil, I really like the lip oil. I like the way it feels. I just don't love this color. I wish they had more neutral brownish colors because that's just what I like. But I will try the new one, the lightest one, and maybe that one I'll like. The eyeshadow, it's pretty. Guys, it's not that it's not pretty. It's nice. But I don't really get metallic out of this. Maybe. The copper one in there is a little bit metallic, but the rest of them, that's a stretch. But it is a nice color story. It is very pretty, and the formula is good. The formula is the same as it's always been. I'm unhappy about the fact that there's no cool cover. That's me. The blushes I really like. I think the blushes are great. I really like all the shades. I think they're beautiful. I am really inclined to pick up number 4, the deeper nude shade, because I just would like to see it. Maybe if I could try it in store or something. I don't know. Anyway, I am intrigued. The primer, 24K primer, I think it looks really nice on the skin. The terracotta foundation, I just don't get a chance to pull it out that much because there's competing foundations. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really nice look. The standout to me is the Meteorites, because I love Meteorites, and I like this new shade very much. I think it really looks good. The blushes, I really like too. The lip oil is excellent, but it is a lip oil. Again, I like it, and I think it's a really good lip oil, and I'm really enjoying it, but it feels really nice on the lips right now. It's a lip oil. I'm not trying to be like flippant, but it's a lip oil, and it's a $40 lip oil. Yeah, it feels really nice. Definitely you can feel like a little bit of honey, and we'll see how my lips feel after using it for a couple days. Because if suddenly my lips aren't chapped, it's worth anything because my lips are always chapped. So that's dependent on that. And I haven't been able to try the brush yet because, like I said, it wasn't available. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your thoughts about the collection, what you're thinking of picking up, if anything. I can smell violet right now, which makes me very happy. It's a great smell. I love that scent. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.